Alright, this is going to be a pretty quick video, but I feel like I have to make this. So, if you don't know, there's a DobbyHDude parody account going around on Twitter that's making people fall for it and think it's the real deal, and people are mad about it. Alright? Now, I want to address this because I feel like a lot of people that subscribe to me are also subscribed to DobbyHDude, and I think I need to talk about this. I'm probably going to lose some subscribers because I'm going to have a take here that a lot of you might disagree with. I don't care about the DobbyH2 parody account. You may be wondering why I wouldn't care that there's an account going around that's destroying someone's character, but here's the thing. I don't specifically endorse the actions of the parody account. Now, if the parody account made it clear that it was a parody account and didn't try to fool people into thinking it was the real DobbyH2 with maybe like a profile picture change, I'd actually be fine with it, completely fine with it. The fact that it's trying to convince people it's the real deal is, I mean, kind of problematic. But to be fair, DobbyHDude himself is also pretty problematic. And yes, I can't ignore that. And I think people need to, like, I'm sorry, but get their head out of their asses and see that DobbyHDude is pretty problematic himself. There are allegations going around. Oh god, that is definitely not the right context to use that word. I am so sorry. Yeah, it just sounds so wrong in this context. I'm going to switch it to claims, okay? So there are claims going around that DobbyHDude is racist, homophobic, transphobic, all that. And most people seem to, like, pass it off as a joke, but let's be real here. If you really look at the stuff that DobbyHDude tweets and retweets, it does suggest that he is. First off, in 2015, he stated that he would be disappointed if his son was gay. And he tried to, like, justify it as if it wasn't homophobic, which it obviously is, and nobody really had a problem with it. But let's be fair, that was in 2015, that was 5 years ago. I mean, things may have changed now. And I can't really say I have many examples on the top of my head about him being homophobic, but I do have some about him being racist. He has said the N-word with the hard R, and yes, I know he's black. But even then, saying the N-word with the hard R is still something you shouldn't really do even if you're black, because it is one of the worst racial slurs of all time. Also, he's stated that he's ashamed of being black, which is, I mean, kind of weird, but I mean, that's not really the main point here. One time, he stated that, like, there was a question, somebody was asking DobbyHDude, wait, aren't you black? And DobbyHDude's response was, please don't compare me to them, and posted a picture of, like a cartoon character, like, almost barfing. Now, how do you take that? What are you supposed to do with that information? He's compared Black Lives Matter to the KKK. The fact that people say that DobbyHDude isn't racist despite doing all of this, I mean, like, what are you supposed to do with this information? Like, I mean, I don't know about you, but this definitely does seem pretty racist. And let's talk about DobbyHDude being transphobic, because I do have quite a few examples of this. A lot of people are probably aware of the infamous tweet where DobbyHDude says, furry, trans man, very difficult to take you seriously. What's that supposed to imply? I mean, it seems to me that that's implying that the original poster, being trans and a furry, makes their opinion less valid. Oh, and speaking of making people's opinions less valid, he is one of those people that always attacks people who have pronouns in bio. Well, I guess attack isn't very fair. He discredits people's opinions if they have pronouns in bio. He's one of those people. Oh, and remember the tweet I said, like, I guess you don't really have to remember it. I talked about it like 20 seconds ago, where he said the furry trans man, like, very difficult to take you seriously thing. You know what that was in response to? It was in response to somebody making a tweet about how they didn't want child porn in their feed. Now, yes, it is drawn child porn, not actually child porn, but like, I mean, drawn child porn is still bad. And DobbyHDude decided that the best thing to do was just tweet about how their opinion doesn't matter because they're trans and a furry. There was also somebody who made a tweet where a trans woman said that they were sexually, like, assaulted. Somebody made a tweet saying that, posting a picture of them and saying, wow, he really wants anybody to believe that any man would actually assault him. DobbyHDude retweeted that. WH Dude got more mad about a cartoon dog shoplifting than actual police brutality and systemic racism. There is a post on Twitter where someone stated, actually, I think it was an organization, but the organization stated that trans women are women, trans men are men, and non-binary people are non-binary. And WH Dude's response was to post a meme with King Dedede and a Scargoon, with King Dedede saying, "Hey, a Scargoon, take a look at this shit." You see how when people say that WH Dude isn't racist or isn't transphobic, I kind of have a hard time believing that? Okay, now, some people say he isn't because he stated that, like, well, I mean, they're just edgy jokes, and, like, he made a post saying, well, I mean, I can't really say anything about trans people because I'm gonna get attacked either way. Which, to me, like, is such a fucking cop-out response. It's kind of like when a TERF account retweets something like, "Black trans women's lives matter. They don't deserve to be murdered all the time," or "Please remember to talk about trans men in discussions about transphobia." I mean, it's kind of gross when TERF accounts retweet stuff like that because we know it's an act. TERFs don't care about trans people. So we know that it's just an act and a front they're putting up to, like, I don't know, make them feel good because, like, they and their followers both know they don't actually care about trans people. And, like, WH Dude probably doesn't care about them either. Now, I'm not saying that WH Dude would ever, like, attack or kill a trans person. I'm not saying that, but I can't really say that he cares about them, especially when the anti-discrimination laws were, like, revoked and now it's legal to discriminate against LGBTQ people in healthcare, and how WH Dude was silent about that. I mean, if he wasn't silent about that, that definitely could have helped his case, but he was. So, yeah. Look, I don't want to get involved in this drama, and I know I know I just made a video about this, like, about the whole, like, WH Dude parody thing, and I know I'm getting involved in it either way because I made a video about it. So I guess I'm just setting myself up for the worst. I'm probably going to lose subscribers because I know some people here probably care about WH Dude, but personally, I don't care about this whole thing because, quite frankly, WH Dude's just kind of a piece of shit and I don't care about him. That's basically my whole take. Now, I know I didn't show any pictures of the tweets and the videos, so you pretty much are forced to take me at my word. I can say for myself that I have seen all of this happen. I've seen his Twitter account. I've seen what he retweets back when I used to follow him. Um, like, I've seen him tweet and retweet this. If you don't think he has, then I'd ask you to go to his Twitter account and, well, see that it's still there, because it is. I don't think he's deleted any of those tweets. Um, I did get in a little argument about some people over this, and their response was basically to just look at my bio and, like, not even address any of the points I made. I said, well, I mean, I don't really care about WH Dude's parody account that's trying to trick people into thinking it's the real deal because WH Dude himself is just kind of a piece of shit. And their first response was to look at my bio and complain about that instead of, like, trying to counter any of the points or even defend WH Dude at all. They didn't even defend him at all. They just looked at my bio and criticized me for that. It was, yeah, it was a pretty fun time. So that's all I'm gonna say about the WH Dude incident, or I mean, what am I saying? The WH Dude parody account. That's my take on it. All right. Goodbye.